The secret of how to stay healthy and wrinkles-free without surgery and medications. There is a village in Japan where people routinely live into their 90s, never sick a day in their lives. Cancer, Alzheimer's, and even wrinkles are rare, and no one seems to worry about their health. What is their secret? What is the secret to a long, healthy life? Connie Chung from ABC News visited this amazing village called Yuzurihara, located about 2 hours outside of Tokyo, Japan. The report from her visit is documented in the video below.
So how would you like to be 100 years old without any aches or pains, without disease, or without any sign of dementia? Sounds pretty good. And believe it or not, there is a place where that might be possible. Connie Chung has found it and went to pay a visit.
This is Yuzurihara, Japan, a small mountainous village 2 hours outside of Tokyo. Hidden in these hills may just be the secret to a long, healthy life. Tadano Takahashi believes he knows the secret. And who could argue with him? After all, he's 93 years old. At this village karaoke party, there are plenty more who believe in this secret. Yuzurihara is a place where 90-year-olds are practically commonplace, and where more than 10% of the population is 85 or older. That's 10 times our national norm. What is not common is disease. Cancer, diabetes, Alzheimer's are virtually unheard of here. Do you ever remember being sick?
No, I do not.
Mr. Takahashi, I can't help but notice that you're smoking. How long have you been smoking?
I've been smoking since I was 25.
Mr. Takahashi, has anyone said to you you really ought to quit smoking?
No one has told me that. Even the doctors have no reason to tell me to stop smoking because I've never had anything wrong with my lungs.
And Mr. Takahashi is not alone. His neighbor goes through a pack and a half a day.
I've been smoking for 60 years. I've never even thought about quitting.
A local doctor who still practices is 80, as is the local innkeeper. But neither look or act like senior citizens. Nor do these ball players. The average age of this group is 82. This village may look like just an average Japanese town, but some medical researchers believe it may actually hold the key to the fountain of youth. They discovered that people here routinely live into their 90s and beyond, rarely have any reason to go see a doctor, and somehow have managed to prevent even their skin from aging. What's behind this secret phenomenon? Is it something in the villagers' genes? Or maybe it's the low-stress lifestyle here. Japanese researchers think it's more than that. They believe the longevity here is tied to potatoes. Potatoes? Unlike most parts of Japan where rice is the staple of the diet, potatoes rule here. Generations ago, villagers discovered they were easier to plant in the hilly terrain. And this doctor thinks they are the key to longevity here. His name is Toyosuke Komori, and for 60 years he studied the people in Yuzurihara. He himself adopted the local diet, which consists of very little meat, but a lot of homegrown sticky starches and vegetables.
I feel very strongly that if I had not come here to Yuzurihara, I would not have lived this long and healthy a life. I probably would have died from some adult disease.
It is Dr. Komori's theory that what the villagers eat gives them an abundance of a substance called hyaluronic acid, more than most of us have in our bodies. HA, as it is called, is something we're all born with but lose as we get older. In our bodies, HA enables cells to retain moisture. It keeps our joints lubricated and our skin smooth and elastic. The same qualities Dr. Komori finds in these spry, smooth-skinned villagers.
I have never seen anyone suffer from skin cancer here. I have seen a woman in her 90s with a spotless skin.
Mr. Takahashi attributes his smooth skin, even after working 50 years in the sun, to sticking to the local traditional diet. The skin on his arms felt like a baby's, and the skin on his legs barely had a wrinkle. Some of what Mr. Takahashi eats is on the menu every day at a hotel in Yuzurihara. The innkeeper, Mrs. Ishii, is 80 and looks pretty good herself. She offers us a variety of local vegetables and starches that are the backbone of the diet here.
Obviously, all of us want to know what this food tastes like, right? Well, here it goes. This is the sticky potato. Tastes like a normal potato. A little bland, though. This is a root vegetable that's made into a jelly, dipping it in soy sauce. Oh, that's awful. This is miso. It's a soybean paste. Very pungent. I don't think you'd like this. So the question is, if this is the ticket to longevity, would you eat it every day? I don't think so.
To get around that, one of Japan's leading pharmaceutical companies is trying to say it doesn't take a village to live longer. They are putting HA in pills, which in Japan sell for about $25 for a month's supply. The company tested the pills on 1,000 people. Roughly half reported smoother skin, less fatigue, and better eyesight. But we kept asking ourselves, just how real is this?
We studied 18 albums.
So we traveled to Great Britain, where HA experts, respected scientists and physicians from 23 countries, gathered to discuss the marvels of HA. Western medicine is just beginning to understand the full potential of HA. For years, HA has been used in eye surgery as a shock absorber to protect the retina. In a gel form, HA has proven effective in lubricating arthritic joints. And its ability to restore moisture and elasticity to tissues is a big reason why cosmetic companies have put HA in moisturizers for years. But these scientists believe that the most dramatic discoveries of HA's healing powers are just around the corner. Discussions here focused on HA's ability to regenerate the cells in our bodies. Here in the United States, doctors have been giving hyaluronic acid to patients since 1997. But the HA is not in a pill. It's in a syringe. The FDA-approved product is called Synvisc.
So we're going to do the left knee.
Dr. David Altchek, a leading orthopedic surgeon, says in some cases, the HA injections have delayed the need for patients to undergo radical knee replacement surgery.
You're going to feel a pinch and then pressure. The results can be astonishing in terms of reducing the symptoms, improving their quality of life.
Scientists first thought maybe the answer is good genes. However, they eliminated that since when these villagers' children moved to Tokyo, they started getting sick like most of us, and they died many years before their parents. The other reason they thought could be a low-stress lifestyle. That helps, but there are many other places in the world where people have similar lifestyles, but they still get sick. So, what is the secret? They found out it is much more than a low-stress lifestyle. It is their very special diet. This diet consists of very little meat, but a lot of sticky starches and vegetables, and a special type of potato that happens to grow just in this village. This diet gives them an abundance of a substance called hyaluronic acid, or HA, more than most of us have in our bodies. HA is something we are born with, but we lose it about 1.5% each year. HA enables our bodies to retain moisture. It keeps our joints lubricated and our skin smooth and elastic. With it, our skin remains beautiful, and our joints remain full of synovial fluid, and this keeps them from degenerating. So why can't we just bring these potatoes to the USA and adopt these villagers' diet and lifestyle here? There are several problems with this idea. 1. Most people would hate this diet because it does not taste good. 2. You would need to eat this diet from almost the moment you are born because you cannot rebuild HA from food. You can only stop the process of losing it. Scientists started to think about how to go around this and provide a way for our Western society to replenish HA in our bodies so that we could also stay healthy, flexible, and without wrinkles. Researchers from all around the world started to look for the solution. It was a very difficult problem to solve because once we lose HA, we cannot replenish it from food. In nature, the molecule of HA is too large to be absorbed. It has a size of 300 kilodaltons or more, and it should be around 1.5 to 2.5 kilodaltons for our bodies to be able to absorb it. Nearly all of the products on the market that have HA, either supplements or cosmetics, do not work because this molecule is too large. They are not absorbable, and it is not as important what we take or use, but what our body absorbs that matters most. Thus, the question is, how did these villagers in Japan never lose it? There's an enzyme in our bodies called hyaluronidase. This enzyme destroys HA and speeds up the aging process. Their diet deactivated this enzyme, and that's the reason their bodies never lost their HA content. Many researchers from all around the world were trying to find a way to optimize the size of this molecule without much success. Finally, an American company, after over 20 years of research, using scientists from top US universities, solved this problem. They discovered a natural source and developed a product that replenishes not only HA, but also collagen and other important components in our bodies in the same proportions as our bodies are built, so our bodies can recognize it. It also has an optimally sized molecule for maximum absorption. It deactivates hyaluronidase, so we stop losing HA as we age. And it does not go through the GI tract, but is instead absorbed directly, sublingually into our bodies. It was also examined by the FDA and was awarded the highest certification that any natural product can get, the GRAS certification, which stands for Generally Recognized as Safe. And it's in a liquid form, which is very important for maximum absorption. It also has its effectiveness proven by many double-blind, placebo-controlled human clinical studies. Finally, we have a fountain of youth in a bottle that works, is proven, and tastes delicious. Alan's story. Alan loved to water ski and to lift weights. He did it regularly for many years. Unfortunately, he had a series of accidents that damaged his left shoulder pretty badly. He was practically unable to use his left arm because of this. He became unable to move it above his waist without the help of his other arm. He had a difficult time putting his left hand on the steering wheel to drive his car. He could not lift anything. He also could not turn around in bed without the help of his other arm. The discomfort was constant. His mobility felt non-existent. He was not able to sleep. The doctors told him his shoulder was too damaged for any kind of simple, minor surgery. They gave him two choices. Either he must get a total shoulder replacement, or he would have to live with this discomfort to the end of his life. They also told him that if he agrees to get a total joint replacement, he would not be able to water ski or do anything that requires a pull on this shoulder. If he were to do anything like that, the damage would be even worse than it is now. He wanted to fix his shoulder, but he did not want an artificial part in his body. He also did not want to stop lifting weights and water skiing. He was afraid that if he changed his lifestyle and stopped being physically active, he would start to feel old and depressed. He did not want to give up his active lifestyle. He also did not want to become dependent on any medications or painkillers. Fortunately, one day he met a friend who told him about a new super nutraceutical that could help him improve his mobility and help with his discomfort. She said that it was the only thing that was able to help her, and she encouraged him to try it. She said that it's natural with no side effects and that it had clinically proven effectiveness. He saw that there was no risk in trying it and everything to gain. So he decided to try it, even though he did not really believe it could work. He thought it was one of those snake oils that he had heard of when he was a kid. He trusted medications and medical doctors. He did not believe that any supplement could help him with his shoulder. He was very skeptical. First month on it, he had no results. He started to lose hope. In the second month, his discomfort increased. He started to understand that something was changing in his body. In the third month, suddenly, the discomfort released and his mobility started returning. He was able to lift his arm and sleep at night. One year later, he was able to do 10+ chin-ups, push-ups, and water ski on a very high level. The discomfort in his shoulder had disappeared and his mobility was back. Today, he says it feels like he has a new shoulder. Alan did not have to make a choice between living with discomfort and giving up water skiing and lifting weights. Today, he can live without discomfort and do the things he loves. So, how does it work?
For decades, the medical community has been focusing on a natural compound in our bodies called hyaluronic acid, or HA, and collagen, both of which are chief components of healthy connective tissue throughout the body. HA and collagen are especially important to knees, elbows, wrists, and the spine, where it is present and is responsible for joint function, lubrication, comfort, and mobility. They are also a major component of skin essential for hydration, tissue repair, and its youthful appearance. The problem is that as we age, we begin to lose HA and collagen. Researchers, including those at Harvard University, have been doing everything possible to find a way that people could benefit. But the natural state of HA was too complex for the body to use. It was expensive, and it had to be injected. That's where we stepped in. We discovered a unique natural source of HA that naturally coexists with collagen as it does in our bodies. And we tested and developed it into a nutrient that could actually be absorbed into the body and deep into the tissues. It's a complete breakthrough in the nutraceutical community. After numerous clinical trials, it was shown to improve joint health significantly. Plus, it also reduced wrinkles from the inside out. So remarkable, it has been awarded 7 U.S. and international patents. So unique, it has received multiple industry awards, including Best Bone and Joint Health Ingredient, Personal Care New Product Innovation, and Most Innovative Dietary Ingredient. And it's been featured on NBC, Good Morning America, and Fox News. Learn about how this product is helping tens of thousands of people feel better and look younger.
Listen as the formulator discusses this new innovation, and check out these actual results from subjects who took the daily recommended dose for 3 to 6 months. These results reflect what goes on inside the entire body as well, including the joints, joint cartilage, and the entire connective tissue.
Good morning and welcome to another edition of our Community Affairs show here at Radio 1 DC Stations. I'm your host this morning, Ebony McMorris. Good morning, Asma. How are you?
Hi, good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Let's hop right in. What happens to collagen and HA in our skin as we age? First, what is HA?
Okay, great. That's a great question. HA stands for hyaluronic acid. So think about collagen and HA as sort of, partners in your skin dermis or in your cartilage. One doesn't really exist without the other. So if you look at cartilage in your joints, or if you look at your dermis underneath a microscope, you're going to see 3 main components, and it's going to be collagen, hyaluronic acid, and chondroitin sulfate. And all of these are really important for the integrity of your skin. HA specifically is the moisture binding molecule in your skin and in your joints. So it's actually really responsible for keeping that moisture, hydration in your skin. Believe it or not, even your eyes, your gums, your nails, anywhere in your body that you have any moisture at all, it's because of this super molecule called HA. And then, of course, collagen is the peptide that exists next to it. So it's kind of like a brick and mortar partnership between collagen and HA. And the two together help with lubrication, with the plumpness of your skin, even the ability to, the fact that you can have flexible, active, mobile joints is because collagen, HA, and chondroitin sulfate are at healthy levels.
Now, do we lose a lot of this over the period of time, and do women usually lose it faster than men?
Absolutely. It's interesting. We actually start to lose hyaluronic acid from our early stages of life. You probably noticed toddlers, for example, or babies, they have really supple, bouncy skin, and that's because they have an abundance of HA. And then as you're growing or you're aging, and aging starts really the moment that you're born. And so HA declines at a really rapid rate, especially as you're aging. Collagen, on the other hand, you're actually producing more collagen. You kind of have to. So collagen is every aspect of your connective tissue. So you have to grow collagen in order for your body to grow, your bones to grow, all of those aspects. But at a certain point in our lives, we start to lose collagen too. We don't produce collagen at the same rate that we did when we were younger. And so around your mid-30s is when you really we start to really see the effects of aging, because we're losing not just HA, which is responsible for all the suppleness in your skin or even your joints, but also now we're not able to synthesize collagen at the rate that we did when we were younger. So you're going to see those effects happening pretty rapidly because both of those components are being lost over time.
You're not making me happy because I am beyond that point. So I want to talk about this product, life, sport, and skin. Now, there's breaking technology with this, that this is the first liquid form of collagen.
This is actually, so we were actually responsible, or really pioneered the oral version of collagen and HA, which used to only be available as injections for a very long time. Medical science and research have actually studied and used collagen and HA, and what we've done is we are able to take these molecules and macromolecules, which are normally not, if you were to ingest them, bioavailable, meaning that they wouldn't be absorbed into your bloodstream and reach the tissues, we were able to have a breakthrough technology many years ago, about 15 years ago, that allowed us to discover a single source in nature which actually had all of these three components that were coexisting: collagen, HA, chondroitin sulfate. And we broke it down so that the molecule size was the perfect molecular weight for our bodies to be able to absorb and utilize to be able to synthesize its own collagen, HA, and chondroitin sulfate. And that's why it was so effective. And this is what led to, at this point, 7 U.S. and international patents on our product, as well as about half a dozen human clinical trials that were placebo-controlled and demonstrated the efficacy of our active ingredients and our finished product on both joint health and skin health. So it's really remarkable that it's reaching all of the different connective tissues. So the connective tissue includes cartilage, of course, tendons, ligaments, as well as our skin dermis, hair, nails. All of those are important sort of effective endpoints of where the collagen, HA, and chondroitin sulfate need to reach.
And I see a product, I get excited because I can start now improving, especially the buoyancy of my skin.
And what's nice is that you're taking a proactive approach by really looking into this. See, our product has been proven to do a few different things. One is not only replenish the collagen and HA, or synthesize more collagen, more HA. Remember, if you have more collagen and HA in your body, then the stronger your cartilage will be, the more active and mobile your joints will be, the more supple and younger looking your skin will be. But also what's interesting is that our product has been proven to, and by the way, it elevates levels of HA by 6,000% in a 28-day period. So you can actually measure this in the bloodstream, and that's why it's been such a multi-patented, award-winning formula. And then there's another component, which is absolutely probably one of the most phenomenal aspects of this, is that we also have a study that shows that our product can inhibit the enzyme that's working to break down the HA in your skin and in your body, basically. So it inhibits hyaluronidase. That's the enzyme that's breaking down HA. You have this counter effect. You have HA levels increasing, and you're also reducing the enzyme that's always constantly trying to break it down. And if you could start taking this at a younger age, then you can imagine how much younger you would look. Obviously, if you compared yourself on or off the product at the age of 40 or 50, the one that was taking the product would obviously have stronger, more agile, not just a quality of life, their joint health, but also much younger looking skin.
Now, what about if you're just starting this and you're a baby boomer and you've already seen a breakdown in your joints, you're not as active, but you want to be more active, but you got some pains in the morning, your body is changing. Can it go back and kind of, I guess, reverse? Is that the correct word to use?
Well, I think what it does is, and that's generally our audience. So baby boomers is a perfect audience for this product because most people, you kind of don't know what you take a lot of things for granted. So mainly you're walking around, you're moving around and everything's fine. And then the one day that you can't do it so much is when you're starting to look for alternatives. And unfortunately in our society, we have a very pharmaceutical based type of solution to most problems. Mm-hmm. And what this can do is it gives you a natural, safe, effective, no side effects type of a solution to help to reduce those discomfort levels once you already start to have that kind of discomfort. And our study showed that it actually reduced in 90% of the human subjects on the product, reduced their discomfort level by 40% within an 8-week period.
Wow, so within an 8-week period, you'll really see the results of this.
Yes.
What are some of the repetitive physical activities that cause a decrease in the collagen and HA in our joints and connective tissues?
So often there's two ways that we degrade our cartilage in our body or degenerate, our connective tissue health. One is through the natural aging process, which we just talked about. The second is by overusing these joints in a way that our bodies weren't necessarily designed to do. So often you see athletes have early onset of joint problems because they're overusing their joints in an extreme fashion. And so the more and more you wear and tear on your joints, whether it's your shoulders, your hips, your knees, you're going to degrade that cartilage. And by taking the products, you can actually help to regenerate and stimulate the cells that are making or the building blocks of that cartilage and connective tissue.
So this is really great for athletes as well, the sport.
Absolutely,
line.
yes. And what we did here, we've made 3 different formulas out of this, and we just introduced the latter of the 2. What we did was we combined our active ingredient with other ingredients as well to really target those specific conditions or the intended use of the consumer. So one is sport, and that has the active ingredient combined with the power of branched-chain amino acids, L-carnitine, rhodiola, and astragalus extracts, as well as a number of 9 different antioxidant polyphenol-rich fruits as well. And then the skin product combines the power of the active ingredient along with ceramides and a number of other extracts and 14 different super fruits that provide antioxidants to give you sort of that sun protective component to counteract UV damage.
Right. For weight loss, if you've lost an extreme amount of weight and you're having the issues with saggy skin, does this at all help with that?
Absolutely. So there's what's happening to your body is that you have a lot of loose skin, for example, when you rapidly lose weight. And in fact, people that are slightly overweight look younger than people that have no body fat whatsoever. And that's because at least the fat composition in the skin is creating some suppleness there. And so when you lose that, your skin tends to look drier, it tends to sag a little bit more. With elevated levels of collagen and HA, you're really helping to be able to keep the integrity of the skin in place while the fat loss is occurring.
You've done a lot of research in this area. What's your background?
I grew up in the dietary supplement manufacturing industry. So this is my stomping grounds when I was a very young kid, involved in every aspect of formulating, product development, and manufacturing of supplements and skincare. So that's what my background is. I have a undergraduate degree from UC Berkeley. I have a dual MBA from Rice University. I also did some graduate work at Princeton. So I have mainly a business and a science background by the way of also kind of growing up in our family business, which was to manufacture dietary supplements and actually help to create a number of different brands that are out there in every different distribution channel and bring them to market. And also kind of elevating our relationship with our clients and being able to provide quality formulations that are really cutting edge technology in this industry. We have tens of thousands of people that are on auto ship with our flagship product, which was the first one that we introduced, Life. And that's the one that takes the active ingredient in combination with resveratrol and a number of different antioxidants as well, and really did well, especially in that baby boomer, anti-aging, holistic alternative medicine target market. And so it's been a lifesaver for a lot of people, so much so that people really need to be taking it sometimes to function in a healthy way in their lives.
Now, is this something where if you don't use it, you'll see the reverse effects?
The nice thing about this product is that it doesn't work on you in the way that, for example, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs do, which only mitigate pain. What we're doing is we're actually, and this is what our company slogan is, it's begin from within. So what we're trying to do is we're really going to the root cause of what is actually causing the discomfort or the wrinkling of the skin. And so when you're producing and synthesizing more collagen and HA, those kinds of effects will be long-term types of effects. And what you do want to do is take the product, continually take the product. When you stop taking the product, it's not like you're going to revert back to day 1 or day 0. You're going to make your connective tissue stronger every day that you're taking this product.
Well, this has been very informative. Thank you so much, Ozma. And thanks for educating us on the importance of collagen and HA in our skin so that we can continue to, like I'll call it, reverse the effects of aging like so many of us would love to do.
The secret to how this molecule is able to succeed in repairing joints, skin, and other connective tissue in a way that nothing else can hinges upon 2 main concepts. The first concept is molecule size, which we've talked about already. Only this patented liquid has a molecule size of hyaluronic acid and other components that can actually be absorbed into the body. The second unique concept in the secret of how this molecule is able to succeed in repairing joints, skin, and other connective tissue in a way that nothing else can, deals with the ratio and proportion of components. This is a bioidentical molecule that has components that uniquely mirror the body's natural connective tissue. A simple way to understand this is to compare water, H2O, with hydrogen peroxide, H2O2. Both water and hydrogen peroxide are colorless and odorless liquids that look and smell pretty much the same if poured into two glasses next to each other. If someone didn't know any better, they might look at their chemical signatures, H2O and H2O2, and think that they basically do the same thing if you drink them, since they both just contain H's and O's, or hydrogen and oxygen. Of course, most people understand that water and hydrogen peroxide are very different liquids, and that our bodies react to them very differently. The reason for this is that even though both are made of hydrogen and oxygen, it's the proportion of hydrogen to oxygen that matters. The same concept applies to this liquid collagen hyaluronic acid matrix formula. Notice how in our joint cartilage, on the right, there is around 20% collagen and around 20% hyaluronic acid, chondroitin sulfate, and other components. This is the ratio of collagen to the combined sum of these other components contained within the body. The same ratio exists uniquely in this patented liquid, making it bioidentical. This means that the body can actually recognize it and use it properly in order to repair itself. It's truly like a key that fits into a lock. If that key was the wrong shape or size, the lock wouldn't open. Other products out there on the market, including pharmaceutical drugs, simply aren't capable of repairing the body's connective tissue the way that this patented formula can. Other products are only capable of removing inflammation. It's a little like if there's a house with a fire, and you put out the fire with water. The fire might be gone, but you won't be able to rebuild the house using water. So, to recap, the reason why this patented nutraceutical is so uniquely effective in rebuilding joints, skin, and other connective tissue is because A, it has an ideal molecular size and weight, 1.5 to 2.5 kilodaltons, and B, it has a bioidentical composition that mirrors the body's connective tissue. It's like a key that fits perfectly into a lock, whereas other products are only capable of putting out the inflammation without being able to rebuild the joints, skin, and other connective tissue. Other collagen and hyaluronic acid products are merely destroyed by our stomach acids and are totally incapable of rebuilding our joints or connective tissue. A pill or a powder must go through and be degraded by the digestive system, where much of it remains unused and then merely eliminated. That's why this is not a pill or a powder, but rather a highly absorbable liquid. This liquid gets absorbed much more effectively into the system, starting from underneath the tongue and in the mucosa of the mouth. And because of this method of liquid delivery, up to 98% of it gets absorbed by the body. This way it's able to avoid getting degraded by the digestive system, and instead is actually able to get into those joint spaces to repair them along with the rest of the body's connective tissue. Only with this patented nutraceutical are people able to not only deal with the inflammation in their joints, but also they are able to finally rebuild their joints in a way that simply wasn't possible before. It gets even better. Aside from this unique molecule that's capable of rebuilding joints and other connective tissue, this liquid also comes packed with polyphenol, antioxidant-rich superfoods that will help reduce inflammation around the body. It also comes with branched-chain amino acids and L-carnitine to help rebuild the muscle and ligaments around the joints to support them and help the process work. And that's not all. It also comes with a powerful compound called resveratrol, which has been clinically studied to have life-extending properties, as well as being excellent for the heart and cardiovascular system. Another great benefit is that it has rhodiola, which has been clinically studied for mental clarity and focus, and astragalus, which has been clinically studied to be great for kidney health and repair. So, how do you take it? At first, we recommend taking half an ounce of both the Life and the Sport blend twice a day. Both the Life and the Sport blend contain this unique collagen HA matrix molecule that helps rebuild the joints and other connective tissue. The Life blend also helps reduce inflammation in the joints, while the Sport blend helps to rebuild the muscles and ligaments around the joints to help support the joint structure. You take half an ounce of Life and half an ounce of Sport, both in the morning and at night. Each dose of this collagen HA matrix molecule works in your body for around 12 hours, which is why it's important to try to take it every 12 hours, or twice a day, rather than just once a day. Half an ounce equals 15 milliliters. Half an ounce also equals 1 cooking tablespoon measurement. Make sure you take a large enough dose. To a certain extent, the more you take of this, the faster and better it works. It has been tested up to 33 times the regular dose, and it's been perfectly healthy to take even in such a large amount. The most important factor, however, is consistency. Try not to forget to take it twice a day. If you do forget to take the dose you forgot as soon as you remember, even if it's with your next dose. How long till you start to see results? If you take our recommended dose of half an ounce of Life and Sport, both in the morning and at night, you should start seeing results within 3 to 6 months of consistent use. Sometimes people see results sooner than that. Some people start noticing results even after the first month. On average, however, it usually takes around 3 to 6 months. In the most severe cases, it can take 9 months to a year. One important thing to keep in mind is that for some people, as the joints begin to repair, there can be a period of increased discomfort for a week or two. This is due to the nerves in the joint waking up and the body reconstituting itself. Think of it as growing pains. It doesn't happen with everyone, but it can happen, and it's just a normal part of the repair process. Once you start to feel better, you can reduce your dose to a maintenance dose of half an ounce of Sport in the morning and half an ounce of Life at night. The longer you keep taking it, the better your results will be. It's truly remarkable how people change and transform their lives and their health after several years of taking it. It's truly one of the healthiest things you can possibly do for yourself. Because this works on your whole connective tissue and not just your joints, it's also a good idea to take a face picture to document changes. Since your skin is your largest organ, you can be sure that the improvements you begin to notice in your skin are also happening within your body as well. How much does it cost? In order to get the recommended ½ ounce of both the Life and the Sport blend twice a day, you need 2 bottles of Life and 2 bottles of Sport per month. Ordinarily, that would cost around $305, plus tax if applicable, monthly. However, we can offer you almost 10% off that price and throw in a free gift, making your total around $276 instead, giving you an almost $30 savings. In order to get this special deal, all you have to do is click on the link below. Once you get to your cart, just click the Checkout with Smart Chip and Save button. Create your account, enter your shipping and payment information, and place your order to get our special discount. You'll then get your bottles on a regular schedule every month without having to worry about reordering every time. You can also cancel or edit your shipments anytime you wish. You'll see that there's a liquid hand wash in your order. That's a free gift from us to you. You see, the way it works is that if you have 5 items in your cart, you get 10% off. This 5th item, the hand wash, offsets the cost of the bottles, making your whole cart cheaper than if you didn't get it, basically making it free. Just click below to order. In order to get this special deal, all you have to do is click on the link below. Then, just click the Checkout with Smart Chip and Save button, followed by the Create an Account button, then enter your shipping and payment information and place your order. Just click on the link below to order. Let us help you significantly reduce your joint discomfort and improve your mobility. Just click below to order.